Hello, my friends. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome, and thanks for joining me for this Christmas Eve practice. Find a comfortable place for your meditation. Sitting up tall or lying down, whatever you prefer. Close your eyes. Take a moment to drop into your body. Notice what you feel. Feel what's in contact with the earth beneath you. Feel the temperature of the air around you. Then notice if there's anywhere you want to create a little more space. Perhaps your torso or your spine. Perhaps your chest or your shoulders. And let all of these spaces be comfortable. And settle into your breath. Notice how it feels. Allow yourself to fill up with your inhale. And allow yourself to soften and let go with your exhale. And we'll set an intention today simply to practice. With all of the changes happening, our practice might look different. We might not be able to practice amongst friends or community members. We might not have the space that we normally practice in. We might be missing some of our favorite teachers or rituals that go along with our practice. So today, we're simply going to practice as we can, because it's just as practice nourishes our mind, body, and spirit, it's just like eating. We wouldn't stop eating because our favorite food was taken away. We still need to come to practice to move and breathe, even if it's not in the way that's our favorite. Take a big breath in and let it go. Open your eyes, come back into your space. And we'll get ready to come onto all fours, setting up for some cat-cow. whatever animals might be invading your space. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Fingers spread wide, pushing the earth away from you to support your wrists. Inhale, lift that little reindeer tail and shine your heart forward. Exhale, drop your tail. Let your antlers get heavy. Inhale. And exhale. Stay with this movement, pressing down through your little hooves, reaching up through your antlers. Maybe even feeling that cool breeze or the snow falling all around you. One more breath wherever you are. And then send your knees as wide apart as your mats and your hips back towards your heels. And then walk your hands forward. As you press out through your palms, reach back through your hips and create some space through your torso. Through your shoulders and your chest. Make a note of where your biceps are and spin them up towards the sky. A little more space here. One more breath. And we're going to slide our right arm underneath our left. Right palm faces up. Right shoulder onto the floor. Oh, that is Miss Squishy Claus who just walked in front of the camera. I had them in the room, but as soon as I started the video, they pawed at the door. So they're going to do as they please. And like I said, we're going to focus on just practicing whatever that practice looks like. Switch over to the other side. Extend your right arm long. Left arm comes under and across. Left shoulder, maybe even left ear to the mat. As you press up through your right palm, reach back through your hips. One more breath here. And unravel back to center. Shift your weight forward. We're going to come into our Toboggan Pose. Legs hip width distance apart. So if they're nice and wide, draw them back in. Let the front of your hips soften into the floor. And then elbows underneath your shoulders or slightly further forward. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Pull the floor towards you as you lift your little reindeer heart. Stretching through your belly. Maybe making some space for a delicious Christmas Eve dinner. And pressing down slightly into those elbows, those forearms to lift a little higher. Let your breath massage your belly and your low back. And then slide your hands as wide apart as your mat. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back. Downward facing reindeer. Let's walk it out. Maybe you've got some good Christmas tunes going in the background. Letting those hooves reach back one at a time. Maybe even dropping those hips from side to side.
Shake out any worried thoughts. Let them just fall out of that little reindeer brain. And take a couple breaths in stillness. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you like here, softening through your upper body. Slide your hands underneath your feet. So palms and soles are connected, or maybe you're just grabbing your toes wherever you're at. Again, bending your knees will help you get something here. Now, make your biggest, growliest, abominable snowman sound. And we are going to walk our big, awkward, abominable snowman to the top of our mat. Trekking through the wind and the snow. Letting go of all that cranky, or maybe just letting it out. Don't have to like Christmas. Whatever you're feeling is perfectly fine. Take a breath in and out. Release these hands. Shake out your face. Press down through your feet. Hip width distance apart here. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step on back to your plank. We're going to take 3 big windy breaths here, using our exhale to engage our core muscles. So shoulders over top of your wrists. Don't let your bum drop. Reaching back out through your heels. Breathe it in. Blow it out. In and out. One more time. All right, let's add some flow here. Inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale brings you forward. Shoulders eclipse your wrists slightly. Exhale pulls you back. Keep going with the pace of your own breath. Keeping your head and neck in line with the rest of your spine. And engaging your tummy so it doesn't fall, so we're not putting strain into our low back. All right, next time you come forward to plank, lower down through your push-up. Don't let your belly fall. Point your toes back. Hug your hands alongside your chest, elbows in. So everything's hugging into center. If your feet have wandered off wide again, bring them hip width distance apart. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to keep doing this with your breath, but we're not using our hands to lift up. Our hands are here just for a little bit of support. The engagement through our belly, through our low back, that's what's lifting us up. This last time we're going to stay up, lifting from the heart, not from our chin, hugging our shoulders together on our back, breathing comfortably. And then come on down. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing reindeer. I would like you to walk all 4 of your hoofs as wide apart as your mat this time. Push out through those front hoofs to really create some length through your torso. And then dance out your little back hoofs. Maybe you can hear some jingle bells going in the background. Come to stillness and take 3 big breaths. Embracing your practice exactly as it is today. All right, walk your hands back to your feet. Scoop them up underneath your toes. Let's make our abominable snowman face. My face comes with a sound. All right, go ahead. Let's do our big clunky walk to the top of our mat. Does not have to be graceful to enjoy it. Once you get here, release your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, feet on train tracks at the top of your mat. So pointing directly forward wherever you are. We're to sit back onto Santa's lap and reach our arms up and maybe ask for all the things you want. Joy, peace, presents. I don't know. What do you want? Or perhaps maybe you just think of all the things that you are already grateful for. Loved ones, puppy dogs, to be safe wherever you are. We'll take one more breath here. And fold forward. Good. Let's dance it out. Shifting those hips, bending those knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. 3 big windy breaths here, blowing out to engage our core. Breathe it in, blow it out. In and out. One more time. All right, belly stays engaged. You can bring your knees down for support, or you can come through your full push-up, coming all the way to the floor. And this time, as you point your toes back, take your hands out to either side, like you're an airplane. Maybe Santa's sleigh needs some backup. And then tight your fingers. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Continue with the pace of your own breath. Next time we come up, let's stay up. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Soften your face, maybe even crack a smile. We love yoga. Yeah, we love Christmas yoga. It's fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. One more breath here. Good, come on down. Make a little pillow for your forehead. Elbows wide. Bend your knees and let's windshield wiper these legs, letting go of any tension. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your hoofs, downward facing reindeer. Walk it out. And then coming to stillness here, reach your right leg up, bend your right knee and open it towards the sky, where we're gonna go to deliver all those presents to the good boys and girls, maybe some naughty ones too. All right, so you can stay here if you like, or You can look underneath your left shoulder or left armpit and see, where are your right toes? Are they there? They're barely there, man. And I'm going to make some little circles with that right foot, keeping my right shoulder square to the ground. So I'm opening through the right hip, but my shoulders are staying square. Keep breathing. Maybe even keep smiling. Your choice. Good. Square your hips back down to the ground. Take your right knee on the inside of your right hand. Walk your toes back a little bit here. Make sure there's no pressure in your knee. If there is, you can come onto your back and do the shake on your back instead. Inhale. Lift your little reindeer heart. And then on your exhale, you might decide to stay here, shoulders away from your ears, or you might come on down to your forearms, to the floor, wherever you want, letting some weight drop into that right hip. Calm your little Christmas breath. And thank yourself for practicing today, whatever that looks like for you. One more breath here. All right, take your time slowly coming up. Hands nice and wide. Walk that back foot back in. Tuck those toes, send your little hips up. Breathe up and back. You might feel a little different from one side to the other. That is absolutely normal. No stress. Practicing exactly as we are. Lift your left leg. Bend your left knee. Open your left knee to the sky. Drop your left shoulder back down. So upper body staying square. Look under your right armpit. Is your foot still attached to your leg? Well, I can't see mine, so I'm a little tight on this side, but I'm pretty sure it's still there, so I'm going to make some little circles. Yeah, it's definitely still there. I can feel myself hitting the reef with my tootsies. All right. Square your hips back down to the floor. Take that left knee on the inside of your left hand. Walk your right toes back a little bit. Make sure there's no pain in your left knee. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, make a choice about where you want to be on this side, and it does not have to be the same as it was on your first side. Let some weight drop into your left hip. Take a couple of big breaths of that nice, fresh winter air. All right, my friends, drop your weight into that left hip and then sweep your back leg up and around. So that right foot can come on the inside or the outside of your thigh.
Wherever you decide to be, please make sure that both of your bottom cheeks can connect with the floor. Because if that right one starts lifting up, we lose what we're going for in this next one. So opposite hand or elbow to your opposite knee. Right arm comes behind you to help prop yourself up nice and tall. So let's get tall here, evenly distributing our weight in those sitting bones. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look over your little reindeer shoulder if that's okay in your neck. What do you see? Is Santa there? What? If Santa's going through the air, that means you're not on the sled. Oh well, maybe you had the night off. Keep breathing wherever you are. We're going to slowly come on back through center. Release that right leg long, left leg long. Let's windshield wiper those little hoofs. Wipe the snow off of our car, off of our sleigh. Bend your right knee. Bring that foot in towards your bum. Left foot on the floor or over across your knee, whatever feels better for you. Reconnect your left sitting bone with the floor. Opposite hand or arm to your knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, create your twist. Make sure there's still weight coming into that left sitting bone. And slowly coming back through center. Unravel your legs. Take your knees nice and wide. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Stretch your arms out long in front of you. And then bring your hands together in prayer position. Keeping your hands in prayer position, reach your thumbs back towards your head or your neck, your shoulders, wherever they fall, and then walk your elbows a little further forward. Balled up like a little Christmas present. Let's take some big breaths here. Release your hands. Walk them in towards your body. Bring your knees back to hip width distance apart. Step back onto your toes. And then send your weight back. We're stretching the tops of those toes, the bottom of your feet. You might stay here. You might come a little further back. Dumping the weight in there feels like your toes are going to break. I promise they won't. Breathing here. Notice if your tailbone's sticking back, drop it down. All right, come on forward, tap out those hooves. Put some blood back in there. We're gonna take the elevator up, tuck your toes, and this time come to sit on the balls of your feet. So we're not stretching those toes anymore. They've had enough. Okay. Option 1, keep your fingers on the floor for balance. Option 2, come on up onto your thighs and stack your spine. Head over neck, chest over belly, and then again, tailbone pointing down, hugging in, lifting in from your diaphragm. All right, arms out in front of you. We're gonna try and take the elevator up, staying up on the balls of our feet as we rise up. If you can do it without leaning forward, great. If not, don't worry about it. This is our practice. Coming up on the tiptoes for 3, 2, 1. You made it. Let it all go. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Yeah. My dog's looking at me like, what? Why are you doing this? Why are you so silly, Mom? Okay. Top of your mat. Take a big step back with your left foot. Left foot is pointing out or slightly inwards, not backwards. And right foot is pointing forward. We're going to bend into this knee. So we're working this front thigh towards parallel with the floor, not letting the knee come past the heel. If you have more space to do this, you can take a longer stance, but we don't want pressure in this knee. And then we're actively grounding down through that back foot so we're not buckling in our ankle. So using our muscles, not locking out our joints. Arms reach front and back. And then let's catch some snow in the palms of our hands. Flip them up. Snow. Maybe you don't like snow. If you don't like snow, you can imagine you're catching something else. Rays of sunshine. Little candies. Whatever. Just breathe here. Now one more time, check in. If your tailbone is reaching back, can you drop your tailbone and hug your belly in so you're not sticking your bum back out? Beautiful. One more breath here. All right, forearm comes to your thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Stack your left shoulder on top of your right. And as you press up through your back foot, reach through these fingertips. So we're not reaching up, we're reaching up and over. Nice long line of diagonal energy here. And then again, making sure we haven't come out of this front knee. Active through our feet, pressing down. Good. Release this left hand behind you. Bring your right hand down. Open your chest one more time. So using your right arm to press into that right thigh a little bit more of a stretch in there through the groin area or wherever else you're feeling it. Good. Come on down. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Breathe in. Blow it out. In and out. Good. One more time, my friends. Lowering through your push-up, however you choose to do this. Point your toes back. Reach your hands back. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your chest. Exhale, come on down. If you have no back problems, this time you can lift your feet at the same time. Again, hips or legs hip width distance apart. Inhale and exhale. And if you have a tendency for your legs to open up, and you have a block kicking around, you can place that in between your thighs to help you remember to engage. Inhale and exhale. One more time, come on up. Stay up. Soaring through the sky, going somewhere beautiful, anywhere you want to visit for free. Come on down. Let it go. And relax. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Downward facing reindeer. Let's dance our way up to those hands.
Ground down through your hooves. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. So this time you're going to be taking a big step back with your right foot. So it should be the opposite side you were on before. Bending into that left knee, pressing down through both of those feet. Tailbone down, belly in. Nice and tall and long through your spine. Arms go front and back. One no higher than the other. Palms face up. Let's catch some snow. When you are ready, take your forearm to your thigh. Stretch your right arm up and over. Open through that right shoulder, stacking it on top of your left. Keep lengthening both sides of your torso, so don't fall into that bottom side. All right, release that right hand to your low back, bring your left hand down. Push that left arm a little bit into your left thigh, open through your right shoulder. Take your heart away from your waist, a little bit more length in your torso. And gently release your hands. You're going to straighten the left leg this time and walk the hands into center, all 10 toes pointing towards them. So a little bit pigeon-toed here, heels a little bit wider than your toes. Inhale, halfway left. Exhale, come as far towards the floor as you want to. Your hands can rest on the floor, your hands can rest on your shins. Your practice. Choose where you want to be today. Notice if your bum is reaching back away from you, press down through your feet and bring the weight of your hips back in line with your heels. Last breath here. Nacho says we're done. Ground down, rise up, and step to the top of your mat. Big breath in and out. Okay. One last standing pose before we come down to the floor. We're going to work on our balance. A couple different options here. Let's ground down on one side and then pick up on the other side. So option to let your leg just be bent here. Option to interlace your fingers on your shin and hug it in. So if you're interlacing, make sure you're not rounded in your back. We're still staying nice and tall. Option 3, find your peace fingers. Peace, dude. Wrap them around your big toe. And this will be easier if I do it from here. Kick that leg straight out forward. Again, long through your spine with whichever option you choose. So no pressure in your low back here. We're going to open out to the side. Might help to counterbalance with your other arm. Up to you. And then notice if your hips popping out. Let's get nice and tall again.
And last but not least, bring this knee or leg back to the front. Take your opposite hand, and we're going to twist to the other direction. So upper body is what's twisting, lower body staying as is. All right, release that, shake it out. When you're ready, we've got another side to do. All right, ground on down. Find where you want to be. Let's see what's happening on this side. Press down for your foot. Reach up through the crown of your head. Nice tall candy cane. All right, my little peppermint sticks, let's open out to the side. Staying strong in that standing leg. And last but not least, twisting our cane here from the upper body. Come on back to center, release that leg, shake it out. We've made it to the floor. Yay! Okay, my friends. Walk back onto your sitting bones. There might be some extra cushioning at this time of year. That's okay. Bring your feet into the floor for your first boat pose. We're going to take a cruise somewhere fabulous. I know my friends in the Okanagan there at Sonoma are always going on fabulous cruises. So press down to your sitting bones, and you can lean back a little, but we want to keep this engaged. So we're not rounding. We are hugging this in and pressing down here. Breathe in, blow it out. In and out. One more time. All right, next variation. Going somewhere beautiful. We've got all these stops on our cruise. So hands are going to come behind you, fingers point away from you. Now, we're not going to drop back in here. We're going to keep the belly engaged, keep the shoulders up and back. Breathe in and out. In and out. Good, one more with your breath. Now keep this leaning back without the support of your hands, and go ahead and lift your feet off the floor as well. Now, there's going to be this tendency to release in here. We need to press out through those sitting bones, lift our sternum, breathe in, blow it out. In and out. One more time. Welcome to go back to any of our previous destinations, but if you like, we're going to lift those legs and straighten them. Breathe in, blow it out. In and out. One more time. And last but not least, reach up through these arms. Breathe it in. Blow it out. In and out. Good. Last one here. You got it. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open. Release in that groin area. Feet can be as close or as far as feels comfortable for you. Bounce your knees a couple times. Inhale, lift your heart.
Exhale, bring it towards your heels. Option to have a flat back to support your low back here. Navel drawing into your spine. Or if it feels good, you can let your upper back round. Last breath here. Ground down through your sitting bones. Release your legs. Let's bend those knees from side to side. Legs out long in front of you. Reconnect your sitting bones with the earth. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, reach forward. Let your hands fall wherever they are. We're going to roll up into a nice, delicious Christmas roast. Let your breath do all the cooking here. Breathing into any of those juicy, tender spots that need your attention. Taking one more breath here. And slowly coming up. Bend your left knee. Take your left foot onto the inside of your right leg. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, reach forward. Let your shoulders stay squared towards the floor. Oh, hello, Miss Squish. Are you going to join us? Oh, showing off your stretches. Very nice. One more breath here. We're going to keep this left arm where it is. Draw your right arm under and across to catch your knee. Open that left shoulder towards the side. And breathe. And slowly unraveling through center. Release both of your legs long. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. We always have this opportunity to practice instead of being attached to things, looking or feeling a certain way, just practicing working with things however they are, whether that's bodily changes or munchkins running around your house or noises, distractions, etc. Take a breath here. And slowly come on up. Take your right foot into your knee or your calf, wherever you're comfortable on this side. Well, he's not going to let me go forward. Inhale. Exhale, come on forward. Oh, he heard me. He's gone. Let your shoulders soften towards the floor. Keep your left arm wherever it is. No, actually, this should be right for you guys. We're going to reach the other arm under and across, hugging that knee.
Opening through that right shoulder. And gently coming back to center. Release those legs long. Come on down to your back. If you have a block nearby, you can choose to use it. If not, no worries. Good dog. Okay. Let your head be flat on the floor wherever you are. Bend your knee. Oh, she just sat on my head. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Create a little bit of compression here. Long through your head. Take your left hand to your right knee. Let your right arm fall open. Take a nice big breath to fill up here. And with your exhale, we're going to twist over to that left side. Again, send your breath to any tender or juicy bits that need it. And use that left hand to guide yourself back to center. Release that leg long. Bend your left knee. Interlace your fingers on your shin or your thigh. Exhale it in nice and close. Slide your right hand onto your left knee. Let your left arm fall open. Left shoulder stays rooted on the floor. Inhale. Exhale to come into your twist. One more breath here. And slowly guide yourself back to center. If there are any final movements, stretches, things you want to do before we settle into Shavasana, please go ahead and do those now. And for those of you that have a block, if you're interested, I'm going to take a supported bridge pose, sort of variation for my Shavasana today because I am just way too tight in my tummy from excessive core classes. So sliding that block underneath your tailbone, not your low back. So far towards your tailbone that I feel like I could fall forward off of it. And then letting my legs come long. Wherever you are, let your palms face up. Let your chest fall open. Settling into our final resting posture. Practicing this rest regardless of any things you think you need to do, any sounds or distractions around you. Simply practicing our rest. Let your head get heavy. Let your eyelids get heavy. And let this heaviness wash into your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands. Let your breath soften your torso, belly and low back, glutes, hips, thighs, knees, and low legs all softening. Heels are heavy, feet release. And any tension leaves your body through the soles of your feet. And letting your breath return to its natural rhythm. As we settle into stillness. Slowly coming back to your body. Noticing where you feel your breath. Noticing how your breath moves through your body. If you are on a block, please slowly bring your feet into the floor. Lift your buttocks and slide that out from under you. Walk your shoulders a little further away from your waist. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Stretch your hands and your feet away from each other. Bend your knees, bring them into your palms of your hands. Let's draw a couple cookie shapes on the ceiling. Roll over onto one side and find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground down to get tall. Take a breath here. As you get ready to move out into your day, know that you can bring this idea of just practicing, not needing to get it perfect, not needing to control anything, but just showing up to practice whatever it is on your to-do list today. And knowing that your efforts are enough on their own. Hands to heart center, take a breath in. Let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. I will keep posting, and if you guys have any requests, you can email me. For those of you that have asked to make donations, you are welcome to email donations to potentializemeyoga@gmail.com. But if times are tight, please don't worry about it. Just come, move, breathe, and practice yoga with us. Happy holidays!